Hello everyone, I'm Ruan Qingyu, the head of the CMT Sub-1G product line at Hoperf. I'm really happy to be here today to give this online training session.
Let's start with the basics. What is Bluetooth?
Absolute pressure is measured relative to a perfect vacuum, which is 0 kPa. So absolute pressure values are always positive. Gauge pressure is measured relative to the ambient atmospheric pressure. The standard atmospheric pressure is 1713.25 hPa. This value can be either positive or negative, always positive. Differential pressure is the pressure difference between two pressure sources. This value can also be positive or negative. 0.25 hPa. This value can be either positive or negative, always positive.
BLE is widely used in three main areas: data transfer, device networks, location services. Let's take a closer look at each of these. 1. Data transfer. In 2024, more than 1.3 billion Bluetooth devices are shipped for data transfer applications. These include products like sports and fitness devices, portable medical devices, PC peripherals, and HID human interface devices like keyboards. 2. Device networks. Bluetooth Mesh is playing a big role in smart home applications, including smart lighting, sensors, and access control. 3. Location services. Bluetooth is now being used for positioning and access control by utilizing technologies like RSSI, AOA angle of arrival, and AOD angle of departure. And with the latest Bluetooth 6.0 specification, the introduction of channel sounding technology enables high-accuracy distance measurement. At Hoperf, we specialize in IoT key components, and one of our main focus is BLE technology. Our products are designed to support a wide range of applications, including data transfer, device networks, location services. We aim to provide high-performance, low-power, and cost-effective solutions for the IoT industry.
Based on how the internal MEMS element works, pressure sensors can be further. A resistive Wheatstone bridge is etched onto the pressure diaphragm. When the diaphragm is mechanically deformed by external pressure, the output signal from the Wheatstone bridge changes accordingly.
Data transfer, device network.
Because the temperature response of a piezoresistive sensor is nonlinear, temperature compensation. Also, piezoresistive pressure sensors aren't ideal for applications that demand low pressure noise, fast transient response, good high temperature stability, or low power consumption. The frame is mechanically deformed by external pressure. The output signal from the Wheatstone bridge changes accordingly. Capacitive type, a capacitive Wheatstone bridge made up of a reference capacitor and a variable capacitor is etched onto the pressure diaphragm. When the diaphragm is deformed by Since pressure measurement is done by comparing the difference between the sensing element and the reference element, capacitive pressure sensors offer better temperature stability and low.
This is why it has been widely adopted worldwide, especially in applications where devices need to operate for years on battery power.
Bridge changes accordingly. Capacitive type.
This slide shows our sub-G product matrix. We categorize our products along two dimensions. The first dimension is modulation mode. We have OOK modulation, which is aimed at cost. The second dimension is based on the chip's main functional attributes. Here we have 5 categories: transmitter-only TX,
EFR3 2BG21,
receiver-only RX, transceiver TX, transmitter with encoding.
Now, in terms of technology, APWA can generally be divided into 2 categories. On one side, we have cellular technologies like NB-IoT and LTE-M, which operate in licensed spectrum. On the other side, we have non-cellular technologies such as LoRa and Sigfox, which use unlicensed spectrum and offer more flexibility.
Here we have 5 categories: transmitter
EFR3 2BG21,
only TX, receiver only RX, transceiver TX, transmitter with encoding.
Now, in terms of technology, at the moment, NB-IoT and LoRa are the 2 dominant technologies in this space. But what's interesting is that non-cellular solutions, especially LoRa, are gaining more attention in scenarios where private deployment. And this is where LoRa really stands out. It has become one of the most important non-cellular LPWA technologies, particularly for private and hybrid IoT networks.
Receiver only RX, transceiver TX.
By 2025, LoRa device shipments are expected to reach about 95 million units globally. And looking ahead, it's projected to grow at around 15% annually through 2029. Cellular solutions, especially LoRa. In fact, by 2029, LoRa could account for nearly half of the entire LPWA market. So overall, this shows very strong momentum and widespread adoption across different industries. IoT networks.
Receiver only RX, transceiver TX, transmitter.
CMT4531W performance highlights. Compared with the CMT4502W and Silicon Labs EFR3 2BG22, the CMT4531W stands out in several key aspects. Ultra-low power consumption. Sleep current is on par with the EFR3 2BG22, making it ideal for battery-powered devices. Excellent RF efficiency. At 0 dBm TX power, it draws only 4.2 mA, minimizing power consumption during operation. In terms of RF performance, the CMT4531W achieves a receiver sensitivity of -96 dBm at 1 mphy and a maximum TX power of +6 dBm, resulting in a 102 dBm link budget and enabling communication distances of up to 100 meters in open environments. It also supports a wide range of peripherals including UART SPI, I2C, I2S, and Keyscan, providing high flexibility for system integration. The device operates reliably across a temperature range of -40 degrees Celsius to +85 degrees Celsius while maintaining stable performance.
Now, let me explain our chip naming convention. All our chips start with CMT, which stands for CMOS Tech Products. The first digit after CMT indicates the product line. For example, the second digit indicates the main function, taking the wireless connectivity line as an example. 1. Transmitter only. 2. Receiver only. 3. Transceiver TX-RX. The third digit indicates the secondary function. The fourth digit indicates additional features. Generally, a higher number means more advanced features within that subcategory. A 0 typically means it's the basic model in that subcategory. After these 4 digits, you will see 1 or 2 letters indicating the cheap version. For example, A is usually the base version, B is an upgraded version, and you might see combinations like LB or LH. That covers the basic part name. Next, we have the suffix, which gives the first letter in the suffix indicates the temperature grade. E means the operating temperature range is minus 40 degrees Celsius to plus 85 degrees Celsius, which is what most of our chips use. So, most of our suffixes start with E. The second letter indicates the package type. For example, S usually stands for SOT or SOP packages, while Q stands for QFN. The third and final letter indicates the packaging format. As I mentioned earlier, from a functional perspective, we can group our chips into 6 main categories. Category 1. Transmitter-only TX, mainly the CMT211XA and CMT211XB series. Examples: CMT211A and CMT211A are both in the CMT211. Category 2. Receiver-only RX, mainly the CMT221XA, CMT221XB, and CMT221XLX series. Examples: CMT221-0LB, CMT221-0L. Category 3. Transmitter with embedded encoder, mainly the CMT215DEX series. Examples: CMT2150A, CMT2150L, CMT2157A, CMT2157B, etc. into 6 main categories. Category transmitter-only TX, mainly the CMT211XA and CM. Category 4. Transmitter with embedded controller, mainly the CMT218X and CMT216X series. Examples: CMT2189D, CMT2168A, etc. Category 5. Transceiver, currently 2 main models, CMT2300A and CMT2310A. Category 3. Transmitter with embedded encoder, mainly the CMT215DEX series. Examples: CMT2150. For the global market, our main push is on the high-value CMT230A and CMT2310A transceivers, as well as the high-performance transceiver SoCs in the CMT239XFXXX series, like the CMT239-2F. Let's break them down. The CMT2300AEQR transceiver supports GFSK and OOK modulation, with a frequency range of 127 to 1000. The CMT2310AEQR transceiver also supports GFSK and OOK modulation, with a frequency range from 113 MHz down to 960 MHz. It also has a max. Now, let's dive a little deeper into our key offering, the CMT2300A, which is all about grid value. It operates on a supply voltage of.
To simplify development and reduce design complexity, Hoperf offers a comprehensive range of BLE modules based on the CMT4531, including the HMBT4531W, HMBT4531BW, HMBT4531CW, and HMBT4531EW.
In receive current is about 8.5 milliampere, and sleep current is just 300 nanoampere, which is 0.3 microampere. This is aimed at applications like wireless metering.
In addition, The RFM92LRW supports sub-GHz LoRa, 2.4 GHz LoRa, and even S-band satellite communication, providing advanced flexibility for emerging use cases.
And reduce design complexity. Hoperf offers a comprehensive range of BLE modules.
Overall, the goal of our module portfolio is to give customers maximum design flexibility while significantly reducing development complexity by using pre-certified modules.
The HMBT4531EW is a high-power version, CMT4531W and PA, delivering up to plus 20 dBm TX power for long-range communication, while maintaining full I/O accessibility and flexible antenna options. As a strategic partner of Silicon Labs, Hoperf also offers modules based on the EFR32BG series, such as the HMBT2204W plus 6 dBm and the HMBT2102W plus 20 dBm, covering both ultra-low power and long-range application requirements. Following the release of the Bluetooth 6.0 specification by the Bluetooth SIG in September 2024, Hoperf introduced the HMBT2401DIW. This module features a dual PCB antenna design and supports channel sounding, enabling centimeter-level high-accuracy Bluetooth distance measurement, even in complex RF environments. For applications requiring customized features, specific form factors, or tailored pin headers, please feel free to contact our sales team. We provide complete BLE customization solutions, including software, hardware, and system-level development services.
During freefall, pressure increases significantly, and the change in pressure is if the pressure sensor has high resolution and high-speed measurement capability, it can accurately detect the exact moment the free fall begins. Then,
transmit current at 13 dBm is typically 30 mA, and at 20 dBm.
The HMBT4531W comes with a built-in PCB antenna, and it also supports an external antenna option depends on the customer's requirement.
Next, we move to LoRaWAN modules. In fact, the LoRa transceiver modules introduced earlier can also support the LoRaWAN protocol when working together with a host MCU.
Measurement capability, it can accurately detect the exact moment the free fall begins. Then,
transmit current at.
However, to further simplify system design, we also offer LoRaWAN modules based on SoC solutions, where the MCU and RF components are integrated. In addition, this module RFM6601W come with FCC, CE, and KC certifications, which can significantly. The RFM6601W and RFM6601SEW. These modules support a maximum transmit power of up to plus 22 dBm and provide up to 256 KB of flash memory and 64 KB of SRAM, enabling sufficient resources. In addition, all modules come with factory-programmed firmware that supports LoRaWAN class A, B, and C, allowing for flexible deployment in different network scenarios. Designed for easy integration and reliable performance, these modules are particularly well-suited for applications.
This design significantly improves the accuracy of channel sounding, even in complex RF environments or situations with partial obstruction, such as when the device is in a pocket. I will provide more details about this solution in the following slides.
Now, let's shift to another important technology, FSK.
Round trip time, RTT, refers to the time it takes for a signal to travel from the initiator to the reflector and back. By measuring the time of flight TOF, which is the time it takes for a packet to be exchanged between both devices. The distance between them can be estimated. RTT is also considered highly secure because in terms of security, time cannot be reversed.
Each year, we ship more than 300 million RF chipsets, with around 30% of them being FSK-based products.
From the initiator to the reflector and back. By measuring the time of flight TOF, which is the time it takes for a packet to be exchanged between both devices, the distance estimated.
In addition, we have served over 3,000 customers worldwide, including many well-known global companies. Our products deliver performance comparable to other leading suppliers while offering excellent cost effectiveness, which has been increasingly recognized by our customers.
Next, the initiator sends the first ranging packet, and the reflector returns the packet using the same phase in PBR mode. Finally, the initiator calculates the distance using the returned data and the algorithm library.
The advantages of our sub-G solutions at Hoperf can be summed up in 4 key areas. Here are the advantages of the sub-G solutions we offer at Hoperf, which can be summed. Second, we offer a very wide selection of product types, covering mainstream frequency bands such as 433 MHz, 470 MHz, 868 MHz, 915 MHz, etc. Fourth, with all these advantages working together, we enable users to achieve a fast time to market. The advantages of our sub-G solutions at Hoperf can be summed up in 4 key areas. Here are the
latest technology channel sounding measures the distance between 2 points using time of flight TOF and phase-based ranging PBR. It provides much more accurate distance results. In tests, the offset is around 0.5 meters with PBR.
The RFM310HW module is a high-performance solution designed for sub-GHz communication.
The advantages of our sub-G solutions at Hoperf can be summed up in 4 key.
It is based on the CMT2310AW chipset, which provides strong anti-interference capability, making it well suited for operation in complex and noisy environments. In addition, it supports fast and stable. Certain versions of the module, like RFM310HTW with TCXO, also support ultra-narrowband operation with bandwidth as low as 1.3 kHz.
The advantages of our sub-G solutions at Hoperf can be summed up in 4 key areas.
It is based on the CMT23 chipset, with its excellent reliability and robust performance.
For distances from 1 meter to 15 meters, the average ranging error is within plus-minus sign 0.3 meters. For distances from 1 meter to 15 meters, the maximum and the minimum ranging errors are within plus-minus sign 0.6 meters. These results demonstrate that the HMBT2401DAW provides highly accurate and stable distance measurements across multiple orientations and distances.
Now, let me introduce 4 typical non-waterproof absolute pressure sensors from Hoperf.
15 meters.
HP203N piezoresistive package size 3.6 by 3.8 by 1.15 millimeters, pressure range 30 to 120 kPa, pressure.
Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key application scenarios. This diagram here shows a smart metering data collection scenario. Things like water meters, gas meters, electricity meters, and thermostats in HP206N
piezoresistive package size 6.2 by 6.8 by 3.1 millimeters, pressure range 30 to 200 kPa. HP206W piezoresistive package size 6.2 by 6.8 by 3.1 millimeters, pressure range 30 to 200 kPa. Now, here are two typical gauge pressure sensors from Hoperf.
Electricity meters and thermostats in people's homes.
HP206N piezoresistive package size 6. HP209 piezoresistive package size 9.0 by 9.0 by 11.3 millimeters, pressure range 0 to 200 kilopascals, pressure accuracy plus or minus 1.0% Fs, 0.1 millimeters, pressure range 30 to 200 kilopascals. HPS XXGS piezoresistive package size 10.6 by 7.0 by 10.0 millimeters, pressure range minus 100 to plus 200 kilopascals, pressure accuracy plus or minus 1.0% Fs, 9.0 by 11.3 millimeters. Now here are two typical temperature and humidity sensors from Hoperf. 0.1 millimeters, pressure range 30 to 200 kilopascals. HPS XXGS piezoresistive package size 10.6 by 7. T09 temperature sensor package size 1.495 by 1.025 by 16 millimeters, temperature range minus 40 to plus 125 degrees Celsius, temperature accuracy plus or minus 0.2 degrees.
Smart metering, including electricity meters, water meters, heat meters, and gas meters, is another key application scenario for LP1 technologies. One of the most important considerations in this field is for these applications, recommended solutions include the RFM6601W LoRaWAN module for standardized and scalable network deployment.
Minus 40 to plus degrees Celsius, temperature.
We've just covered topic 3 on typical sub-G applications. Now, let's move on to topic 4, development and demo.
Is another key application.
Thank you for joining this training session. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Hoperf technical support team.
RFM6601W LoRaWAN module for standardized and scalable network deployment.
Minus 40 to plus degrees Celsius, temperature accuracy.
When you plug an EM, either the CMT2310AEM or CMT2300AEM, into the motherboard and power it up, the normal startup screen should look like the top image here. You clearly see small text on the screen, and the firmware version will be displayed at the bottom. After the normal startup screen, you see the main menu screen as shown here. In this example, we are using the CMT2310A, so the first line says CMT2310AEB GUI. The menu options are displayed in the center of the screen. At the bottom, you see 5 icons. K1. Confirm and enter the selected operating mode using the currently configured parameters. K2. Go back to the previous menu level.
Thank you very much for attending today's. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at any time. Thank you.
Example.
High system flexibility. The host MCU only needs to focus on data processing. Industry-leading RF performance for stable long-range communication, compact module size, suitable for a wide range of application scenarios.
Now, let's go through the various settings in the menu. Modulation mode. Select OOK, 2FSK, or 4FSK. Operating mode. Choose from modes like Continuous Wave TX, Direct RX, or Packet TX RX modes. Frequency band. Transmit power. Select the output power level of the chip. Preamble length. Set the preamble length for transmitted packets, e.g. 8, 16, 32, or 64 bytes. Note, this only applies when transmitting. CRC selection. Choose the hardware CRC polynomial for the packet, e.g. CCI-TT-CRC16 or IBM CRC16. CRC initial value. Set channel number. Select a channel number. For example, if you pick channel 10 and your channel